I wish we didn't have to go. It's so hard to say goodbye.
Well, I'd just like to start by saying congratulations, everyone. That one's for Natalie. I also have a speech. And I'd like to begin this speech with a quote from my mentor and friend, Darren Birds. You're dumb and ugly. For the past 4 years, I've spent more time at VVS than home. I made a number of close friends, and also friends of moderate distance. And even some distant friends. You know, the kind you don't really know that well, but you were in a sport with them once. You seemed like the kind of person you'd take bowling. I've also learned a number of important life lessons here, such as to never hesitate when a shady man in a pickup truck offers you a nice watch. Just buy it, or Andy Gill will buy it before you and leave you regretting your hesitation all morning. Then he'll try to sell it to you at a ludicrous price. This small community I've been a member of for the past 4 years is a major part of who I am and how I live. In a couple of hours, I'll be leaving this community. A couple of hours, maybe less, because I'm not really sure about the schedule. I'll graduate and move on to a new chapter in my life, and I'll have to leave all that is VVS behind. It's not to say that I won't keep up with my close friends and sometimes run into my friends of moderate distance, but I'll never have the same dynamic with the same group of people. To quote John Kelly, that sounds totally rough, right? The past couple of months, I've learned the importance of letting go. I've learned that even though I'll not know all of you for the rest of my life, that doesn't make the interactions we've had together any less legitimate or less valuable. For a long time, I'd always be worried about losing things, especially friends. As a freshman, sophomore, and perhaps most so as a junior, at the end of each year, I was always dreading losing those who were graduating and wondering how I'd live without them. However, each year, after losing some of my close friends, I discovered how fine everything really was. Each year, even though some of them would leave, new, awesome people would join the community, and I'd get to know people that were already here better and discover how awesome they were. I know now that even though good friends come and go, there will always be more, because there's a ton of awesome people out there in the world. You just need to hunt them down. They usually hide in music practice rooms, so check those. So here's the advice I want to share with juniors this year, as well as any other students who's worried about losing friends who are graduating. You'll be fine. You may miss us next year, I hope, but you'll meet new people and get to know your existing friends better. Just kidding, if you're a junior, you're just going to be so busy doing internal assessments and extended essay, you're just going to shed the need for social interaction altogether. Have fun. Moving on, some of you might be wondering about that quote I said at the beginning of my speech. And I feel like it's my duty to address it before my relatives get too angry with Darren. One of the greatest lessons I've learned at VVS, among the many lessons I've learned here, there's so many lessons here, it's like VVS is a school or something, to not take myself or anything else too seriously. It's not to say that stuff like grades and fighting poverty shouldn't be taken seriously. I'm saying it's possible to do both while having fun. Some of you who don't associate with the music department often might think these quotes are pretty harsh, but they're not. They're actually really valuable bits of wisdom. VVS is a great school, and the mission statements are fantastic as well. It's great what they stand for. However, sometimes you get caught up in the academic excellence and the world citizenship and environmental stewardship, and before long, you're trying to act like some kind of superhero who saves the forest, the poor in both this country and Africa, gets straight A's, plays the trombone, acts in musicals, and is a professional sports player person in sports such as soccer, basketball, and sustainability. You sometimes feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and if you're a day student, you're right, because the amount of textbooks and binders you have to carry around is also ludicrous. But the thing is, we all have plenty of time to get to saving the world. We're all graduating, and maybe we're all worried that we're not the global implements of change we were supposed to grow into, and that's fine. find that frequently at VVS, lots of people, including myself at times, worry about whether or not we're doing enough to combat the issues of the world today. So here's where that whole music quote thing ties in. VVS concerts, it doesn't matter if you don't play the song perfect. It doesn't matter if you missed a note, screwed up the rhythm, or were out of tune, but please just buy, like, electric tuner. All that really matters is that you're trying and making an effort to improve yourself, because that's what this place is for, learning and improving. VVS, you aren't going to play a perfect concert and you're not going to change the entire world, and that's fine. It's fine because you're going to play a lot of damn good concerts and you're going to change people's worlds a little bit every day if you try hard. It doesn't matter if the song you played was a little out of tune or your African aid trip didn't revolutionize the third world. It matters that you're trying to better yourself and the world, and you're putting in real effort even though what you're doing isn't perfect. You're changing the world in little ways, you're enjoying yourself, and you're learning. Enjoy your time at VVS, try your best, but don't beat yourself up when you hit the wrong chord or your plans will, or you fail a test. There's plenty of time to save the world and achieve your wildest dreams later. For now, just do what makes you happy at VVS while learning. Take some challenging classes and join some great extracurricular projects, but also make sure you leave some time in your schedule and have free time to talk to your friends or just sleep on the quad or go to cast meetings. Don't get too involved in your work that you miss out on the awesome environment and all the fun things here at VVS. There's more than just great academic opportunity here. So, it's my pleasure to introduce the next graduation speaker, who's sort of been responsible for multiple paradigm shifts in my worldview and how I live my life in the past couple months. So, she's a very wise individual. I'd like to welcome Molly McElligott to the podium.
Avenues as a disciplinary committee and student government. Frankly, when this guy walks into a room, you really want to meet him. He places everything around him with greater importance than his own needs and wants. And he does it in style and with a great sense of humor. The second and final recipient of the 2014 Citizenship Cup is Nick Plum.
Try not to cry. How about a happy one? Okay, Molly, look at me. Okay, yay. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Well, we're gonna miss you. You'll be around.
Totally.
I'll be right back here in a week. Good night, my dear, sleep tight. I'll see you in my dreams. Please don't cry, the time will fly. It's hard to believe